Sometimes you're at the buffet. And sometimes you are the buffet. Out here, down there, everything is eating everything. This is Key West, America's southernmost smorgasbord.
Nice. Mutton. Groupa. Good job, buddy. Woo. All right. Nice. Way to go, big bro. One way to catch dinner.
From tackle to table, from hook to cook, from bay to entree, Key West is fed by the sea. Located closer to Cuba than Miami, Key West is Florida's subtropical island republic. Population 25,000. It's home to more than 25 species of game fish, many of them edible, which is one of the big reasons these waters are so popular. You may remember Brandon and Jared Cyr from a previous episode, when the brothers and fishing guides chalked up a grand slam in the Key West flats.
We're normally chasing the flats fish, tarpon, permit, bonefish, and we're able to go offshore and do some spear fishing and lobstering and just some wreck fishing. Kind of going back to our roots, which was really cool. I like fishing with Brandon. We don't get to do it as much as I'd like, but you know, you kind of have that competition going still with us where, you know, one guy messes up a shot, it's like, dude, get off the front, you're in the back now. You know, and then you get up there and if you get to stick one, you know, especially if you do it on the first cast. You know, Brandon misses a lot of shots. He thinks he's this, you know, hot shot, but. Okay, here we go.
They look like dinosaurs, because they are. Crustaceans date back some 500 million years, veterans of the food chain. Lobsters are themselves hunters, eating most anything live or dead. Same goes for crabs. Clams, oysters, dead fish, dead plants, they eat it all. Meanwhile, they are the dish of choice for a number of Florida Keys species, including permit, tarpon, cobia, and human. Crustaceans are bedrocks of every marine ecosystem on Earth, including the Keys, feeding on detritus which improves water quality. They're vacuum cleaners, water purifiers, and of course, menu headliners. It's late July in Key West, which means lobster mini season is upon us. Time to dive down into the food chain. Lobster mini season is an event in the Florida Keys, the last Wednesday and Thursday of every July.
It's kind of been like a family tradition our whole lives, you know, mini season, our family, almost like a family reunion. Everybody comes into town. That's been like our life since we were kids. Lobstering is definitely one of my favorite things to do. You know, and it's nice to get in the water every once in a while.
Jared and Brandon trade the rod and reel for the tickle stick and the net.
Lobstering is really special to me because it pretty much falls on my birthday every year. My whole family comes down, we have a great time doing it, and it's one of those things we all get together, you go out, you catch lobster, get done by like 9 a.m. and then go hang out at the beach, cook them up, relax. I mean, life doesn't get much better than that.
It's a good one. Isn't it?
One of the amazing things about the Dry Tortugas is it's almost like Jurassic Park. It's this old Civil War fort 70 miles west of Key West. Because it's so far, it's really hard to get there. You have to have the perfect weather conditions and everything back, especially in a bay boat. One of my favorite things to do is spearfishing, hunting, just like on the flats, except this time you're underwater.
From tackle to table, how about from spear to supper?
Mutton snappers, probably my favorite fish to spear, just because of the pure curiosity of them. They're one of those fish that if you swim directly at them, they'll stay just out of range every time. But as soon as you stop, they'll turn and come to you. That's exactly what happened with the fish I was able to shoot. Saw the direction he was heading and I picked out a point where I thought he was gonna cross. And sure enough, as soon as I started going that way, he thought I wasn't a threat, came right towards me. And then by the time he realized I wasn't his friend, he turned sideways and I was able to get a shot.
Good job, brother. That was fun. Well, at least we got dinner. Yeah, boy.
In the quiet offshore waters of Key West, this radio tower is quite the oddity. But it is a dense hub of life and a great source of protein. Live bait, the key to filling the fish box. It's the meal that anglers serve to their next meal.
We ran into one of the towers out in the Gulf. You know, it's like Mecca. It's structure in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing else around them. And just the amount of life and bait that is there is just out of this world.
The towers are so cool because you're out in the middle of the Gulf, 60, 70 miles. This giant structure has its own ecosystem, and the whole food chain branches off. From the snappers to the little jacks to the cudas, the permit. You literally have this entire ecosystem off this one structure that if it wasn't there, none of it would be there.
Get him out, get him out, get him out, get him out.
They don't grow to be very big, but under the triggerfish's tough skin are some tasty fillets. We suggest pistachio encrusted and cooked in a pan.
Oh, good old triggerfish. Ocean triggerfish.
The aptly named yellowtail snapper. They like structure, reefs, wrecks, and if you can find one, a hulking metal radio tower.
Big yellowtail. Flag yellowtail. Oh, man. Oh, the shark's on him.
Oh! That was amazing.
It's hit me on the way down. It's a little bit better fighter, whatever it is. Rupa! That's so cool when you can see them from like 60 feet down as soon as you hook them. Oh no, it's another red. Look at that.
Getting closer to legal.
He's right here.
Good. Good job, Whittle.
Good job, John.
Boom! Yeah! Hell yeah!
One last day offshore to catch an inshore favorite. Day 5, offshore in Key West. The summer sky illuminates the water. For sight fishing specialists like the Cyr brothers, the sun gives them a sixth sense.
We were able to make it out to one of the Gulf wrecks that attracts all sorts of life in one really tight area. They typically hold anything from cobias, all different species of snappers, groupers, sharks, barracudas. The cool thing about these areas is they're right in the middle of these highways. You get all these random pelagic fish that can end up there too, so you never know.
Cobia on.
You think it's a cobia?
I think so. Gotta go forward. Yep, cobia.
All right. Good job, buddy. He's legal, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he's definitely over 33 inches. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. First bait down.
Take it. Another dinner. All right.
Winner, winner, cobia dinner.
Yep.
Fishing for permit on the flats and fishing for permit on the wrecks or on the reef when they're spawning, two totally different animals.
Oh, big permit.
Permit?
Yeah, big bull sharks on there. On the flats, they're not meant to be there. They have an addiction to crabs, so they're going up on the flats and they have a lateral line, which makes them super, super spooky. They can feel pressure waves. They're just on edge all the time. Where on the wrecks, they don't have that. They'll swim right up to the boat, but you also have these 250, 300 pound bull sharks that are chasing around, big Goliath groupers, which are flooded over all the wrecks, and then the wreck itself. So it's a whole different series of challenges. Come on, buddy, come up here, come up here.
Oh, big bull shark on him.
Yeah! Holy crap!
Dude, good work.
Oh!
Good work.
Oh! Almost too big for the net. What a great fish. Man, I didn't know if we were gonna be able to get him out there. That's awesome. I love these things, man. No matter how many times you catch them, everyone's a blast. All right, let's let him go. He stays nice and healthy. Thank you, buddy. Man, that was a workout, trying to get him up before the sharks can get him.
Yeah, that was a big bull shark too.
You know, it's really cool to do that with a family member like my brother or my dad. All year long, we're working every day to pay our bills and enjoy our life down here.
Recently, I was finally able to afford a home down here in the Keys, me and my fiance, and we've really enjoyed it.
Growing up down here in Key West, we had so many amazing opportunities to spend our lives on the water. And all I could think about was how lucky we were and the lifestyle that we got to live every day. You know, millionaires escape their lives to come be part of ours. And so getting to pass that down, I get to share all of my experiences out here with the water like my dad did with me, so it's pretty cool.
Brothers, wives, children. Each of them a link in a chain that spans not just generations, but millennia. But these days, it's a different kind of hunt and gather.
I feel good when I find a friend and they let me in. I feel at home, but I'm alive and I count my blessings. Now I'm home. Just in time, I'm